church. So those are churches. I call them churches because they are in your districts. I'm not entering on one, but many. That's why I put them in plural form. So please, don't mind about this. I'm not saying church, but I'm saying churches. I would love to see that in your village, right now you are saying, yeah, St. Martin, Chibuli Mosque, you are mentioning now, which is good. Mention others as we move ahead. And then we have what we call a center of messages. Which center of messages is that? Post office. Post office. Where are our letters? I come from Yumbe. How am I going to take my letter? Through post office. So, post offices are in your district, are in my district. Children get to know that how do my parents know that there is a vacancy in Kampala and they want us to meet the deadline. This, probably a friend sent a letter through post office. We shall get to know that when time comes. So, post office, post offices are good. Post offices are good to you and I. Isn't it, children? That's nice. Get to know that. We move ahead and try to know this. Which one is this? TV stations, radio stations. TV stations, radio stations are also important to you and me. Children, get to know that. Put in mind that TV stations are nice to you. Look at me now. Stations. I put it there. Get to know. It's just a continuation of that. So, television stations. Television stations. Because the many number. I said, we have another one. Before I mention television stations, we had what we call radio stations. Important to us. Important to us. Radio stations. Our number 15 as offices of government departments. Offices of government departments as our number 15. Remember, we have where we tend to go and seek for a job. Where do we go to? Offices of government departments. Our number 15. Fifteen is offices of government departments. I told you we seek jobs, we are recruited. When I talk about recruiting, I'm meaning that I'm going for an interview. Go for an interview, make it or lose it. So when you go, when you are confident and say, wow, they have advertised for COW, Chief Administrative Officer. Why not? However small I am, however big I am, however fat you are, I can go tiny and get it. Even you, as you study. That's what you are going to get in your future. So please, get to know, where do we get officers from? Where do my dad go to? My dad goes to a place where he or she is employed. Employment is got through interview and assess how capable you are in life.
Countries of the world.
We are looking at important places in our districts. Your district, you know it? Good. We have banks there. I know you have mentioned them already, and you'll come to them. We have our number 2 as hotels. Good. You have mentioned some hotels neighboring you in your district. We have schools. Wonderful. You have schools, and when I talk about schools, I feel like just giving you high five because you're doing a good thing. Avoid becoming a beggar on the street tomorrow. Avoid becoming a thief in the village. Stick in the school. Everything is going to be fine. So children, schools are important to our lives. Number 4, stadiums. I said stadiums. I'd missed that S. Remember, it's everywhere. It's everywhere in your district, in my district. And our friends in Masaka, wonderful. Our friends in Jinja, good. And other districts. I know you are mentioning some of them. And you say, Bugembe Stadium, good. Nambole, most of you have ever come to Kampala. You, nowadays, it's no longer Kampala, it's Wakiso. So, when you go there, wonderful, go and visit, check how players move around, dribble the ball, here and there, pass on to the other, good. So, we have what we call markets. Markets. You know what a market is? A market is a source. Without a market, you wouldn't be a good person. Why? You would just get wind blowing you off or moving naked. Because in markets, we get clothing. In markets, food is got there. And so many other things which we get in markets. I know you have mentioned them, and I love that. Continue practicing that. You'll become a good person. We have our number 6 as theaters. 7 is hospitals. Lacho Hospital, my friend, in northern Uganda, you are now trying to give many hospitals. But for me, I've cited for you one, that is Lacho Hospital. Love it. Go there for treatment. Avoid sitting. You'll die. The only solution, seek for refuge in the hospital. You'll be a wonderful person. 8 clinics, same like a hospital, has the same purpose, like a hospital, for well-to-do people. You have money, even less privileged, people who have low income, also visit there. So long as you can talk well with people, people are going to become your friends. Mosques, good. I told you, you have mentioned them. That's wonderful. Churches, good, God first in the church, God first in the mosque. Wonderful. Everything is going to be possible in your life. So post offices, letters delivered, televisions, stations, good. You watch people, how they tend to murder other people. That is, you get educative things in or on the screens of your TV. How somebody is shooting, hey, this is a bad action. And you children, my friends, never use, because the television screens, then you say, let me look at somebody killing. You may kill somebody. Look at educative things, educative channels, and view. That is going to be a nice thing. So children, love televisions, but avoid bad things on television screens. Radio stations, as our number 14, they give us information, they give us announcements, they advertise good things for us. And then lastly, it was offices of government departments. Offices of government departments. I told you, after mentioning all these are important places in our districts. So we want to look at one. Which one is this? Let me cite one. I begin with a bank. Bank of Uganda prints our notes. Bank of Uganda prints our notes. Take for instance mine here. I give you mine. I show you. This is money printed by Bank of Uganda. When you check up, you'll find that there is even Bank of Uganda plus the year when it was printed. So it's in 5,000 notes, 10,000 notes, 20, 50,000 notes, even 50 shillings. It's there. Bank of Uganda. That is printing. So Bank of Uganda prints our notes. Which notes? I've just shown you one. So please get to know that these denominations you see, 2000 notes, that's wonderful. It tends to come from Bank of Uganda up to the list 2. Why are these banks created? You and me, we tend to go there and deposit the money. I go there, deposit the money, or withdraw the money. Have you got that, children? That's wonderful. That's the use of a bank. Use of a bank or uses of banks to man. God created man and woman, but it was man as a center point of all, because Adam was the first. A woman came from Adam. So that's why that name was there and is still existing until today. So banks keep money safely. Banks keep money safely. 2, we borrow money from banks. I borrowed money, 10 millions. I've bought a plot of land. So we borrow money from banks. You are going to do or add more. We have come to the end of our lesson of today, which was talking about important places in our districts. When I talked about districts all over the country, children, users of banks, as our number 2, borrow money from banks. Till next time, be blessed. Bye.
Sarah said, do you have a birth certificate? Every child has the right to be registered after birth. That's all, kids. Bye-bye.
We've cut and reduced our MTN Momo withdrawal rates. Now you can withdraw mobile money at the lowest rates. You also get MTN Central Points when you deposit, send, and withdraw MTN mobile money. Visit our Momo agents countrywide and withdraw mobile money at our reduced rates from 1st May 2021. Everywhere you go, MTN.
What does it mean to be closer together? It's taking the last bus home for a surprise visit. Closer together is strangers finding a connection. It's bringing home something much more than a box. It's the warmth of home, or the beginning of something new. There's magic in sharing the things that we love, because it's those things that bring us close together.
Hello, it's time for science, and I'm Teacher Ramadan Nagoso to take you through that. In our last lesson, we were looking at the types of pollination. And for today, we want to look at the characteristics, and it's a big word, characteristics of flowers pollinated by insects, and the characteristics of flowers pollinated by wind. Out of the agents, we are picking two: insects and wind. We're leaving out water, we're leaving out animals, we're leaving out birds. We want to look at the two: wind and insects. So children, we're in science. And still